I spoke with President Trump for about 20 minutes on Sunday, maybe 25 minutes on Sunday night. He was, I think, very concerned about the family of the firefighter the father of two, who we lost, the people that were injured. He was in the process of, dealing with his own situation with the ear, but he didn't complain one bit. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who was his physician in the White House, has been with him. I think he, was in very solid spirits. He also said that he felt it was divine intervention that he survived. He came so close to being murdered, and somebody was murdered on that stage. And he's been very focused on that family. I'll add that on Sunday evening, I did an event with Kid Rock, and Kid got the group, I think, very fired up about supporting the GoFundMe page, which I've been supporting to help the families. And the number keeps climbing, but I think that we'll see the American public has a great sense of generosity, and there's been a great outpouring for the person that was murdered, his family, and everybody else that was involved there that day. The hardest part about dealing with China, the intellectual property theft, is one that I think is the most egregious. And we really need to step up and say, look, if you steal intellectual property, if you dramatically subsidize your industries to the point that it's not possible to compete fairly, and if you don't allow access to your own markets, we're going to retaliate. We're not going to allow that to continue. And China has played by a completely different set of rules. I was one of those people back in 2001 that was optimistic that bringing them into the World Trade Organization, that opening up access to markets would have a dramatic change in China. What it's done is it's created a dramatic windfall for China. They've used advantages like low labor rates, but I'd say this, we did not risk weight the calculations of what the delivered cost of a particular product might be coming from China. I think what happened time and time again is they looked at the delivered cost from a factory and added transit to it and said, okay, that's cheaper than what we can do in the United States, therefore we're going to make a decision to move our supply chain in that direction. We should have risk weighted that. I think the pandemic has demonstrated that there's a tremendous amount of risk. One, just having your supply chain spread as far as they've become across the world. I credit the US Navy for that being able to happen. But two, we have countries that do not play by the same set of rules. We need to acknowledge it, we need to address it, and I think that's what President Trump fully intends to do